During the last stages of the Indiana Fever's overwhelming 92-75 victory over the Seattle Storm, tensions between Fever head coach Christy Sides and Storm head coach Noel Quinn erupted. With only 9.8 seconds remaining on the clock, Quinn approached Sides, resulting in a heated exchange that drew the attention of players, officials, and spectators alike. Caitlin Clark fully exposed her after this happened. It was an embarrassing night for Quinn. The altercation erupted shortly after a timeout late in the fourth quarter. Despite the Fever's comfortable 17-point advantage, Sides did not quickly empty her bench, which looked to irritate Quinn. The Storm's head coach confronted Sides, and the two engaged in an increasingly hostile discussion. The confrontation deteriorated to the point when Storm players and the referee had to intervene to separate the two coaches and save the situation from spinning out of control. While the specific words spoken between the two coaches are unknown, the argument appeared to arise from Quinn's dissatisfaction with Sides' choice to keep her starters on the court despite the overwhelming score. In basketball, it is often considered good sportsmanship to withdraw starters after a game has been settled, and Quinn presumably believed that Sides' actions broke this unwritten rule. The tension at the moment sparked an emotionally intense argument that emphasized both coaches' competitive natures. The Fever's coach, Christy Sides, and the Storm's coach, Noel Quinn, exchanged harsh remarks on the sidelines, most likely because Indiana did not substitute its starters after Seattle had done so as the game slid away from the Storm. In the middle of this, Fever rookie guard Caitlin Clark appeared to chime in, as the Jumbotron at Gainbridge Fieldhouse showed her telling the Storm players to stop crying while they were engrossed in the serious debate between Sides and Quinn. The Indiana Fever's recent victory over the Seattle Storm has generated quite a buzz. Before this game, virtually all betting odds favored Seattle, who had defeated the Fever in their previous two meetings and was regarded as a playoff candidate. However, the game's climax included some unexpected drama. There's been a lot of talk, especially when fresh footage emerged that paints Seattle's coach Noel Quinn in a poor light. Quinn's lack of sportsmanship following the loss calls into doubt the league's professionalism. As Outkick pointed out in their articles on X, it's not surprising that this league has little viewership. The anticipated professionalism from coaches and players appears to be absent. Caitlin Clark's effect on the league remains a contentious subject. I stumbled upon this video and thought it really fascinating. Caitlin Clark received a harsh shove from the Seattle Storm player Skylar Diggins-Smith while returning to her team. Just watch as she takes a big hit right there. She is cooking the league right now. Allow her to cook. This had Noel Quinn was going nuts, believing that Christy Sides should have removed the starters earlier, or emptying the bench. But I thought this was professional basketball. There is no regulation stating that this must happen. It is simply one of those unpleasant, unwritten norms that appear in sports. So here we have the coach getting right up in Christy Sides' face, which is completely unnecessary. It demonstrates a clear lack of sportsmanship, and she then walks away. It honestly makes the Seattle Storm's coach appear petty and horrible. Coaches frequently mirror their players' awful behavior, particularly when it comes to individuals like Caitlin Clark. They just don't appear prepared for the degree of success that this league has reached. Here's another scene from the end of the game. Yes, they were really blown out. They weren't intended to be blown out like that. Come on, it's time to mature and improve your emotional control. There's a player over there shouting trash, and what are we doing about it? It's simply hard to believe. So that's a taste of what happened. Now another video has appeared, so let's have a look. Caitlin Clark was right there. They had really stirred her up. She was on the sidelines and she was making it known. Honestly, people need to get their emotions under control. Seattle can't seem to handle this squad, her stardom, or her accomplishments. Caitlin Clark refuses to back down from anyone. I saw a viral video of Noel Quinn claiming to be a mobster from Los Angeles. Seriously, is this where the league has gotten to? Caitlin Clark has made huge waves in this league, and it's been wonderful to see. However, I am struck by the unprofessional behavior of certain players and coaches. We have seasoned coaches like Noel Quinn, Cheryl Reeve, and Becky Hammon who have won numerous championships, yet they appear to be behaving out of pettiness and envy when an Iowa rookie walks in. This circumstance has undoubtedly sparked a great deal of discussion. It's surprising that she took issue with Clark pushing the audience to celebrate at the end of the game. Seriously? Clark just established the WNBA rookie assist record for the season and broke the Indiana Fever record for most three-pointers in a single game, with 23 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. Was this an issue for the Seattle coach? To be honest, it's sad. This entire situation is really crazy. Look, they're playing in Indiana on their home field, so she wasn't standing on the Cowboy star. It's wild and honestly a little insane. Clearly, Caitlin Clark is doing something correct. Let's discuss about the Storm's sportsmanship. I bet there were times when they didn't immediately pull their players after a good win. They are just upset. Remember the statement, "Why are you so worried about me? The GOAT?" This is absurd. I don't recall them backing up on us when they were dominating early in the season. Coach Quinn is genuinely a disgruntled loser. To be honest, I have a problem with Christy Sides for allowing Noel Quinn to behave like Way. She should have urged Quinn to back off and move to her side of the court. That is what I would have done. Instead of simply giving in, demonstrate some enthusiasm and defend your team. Caitlin is swiftly developing into an all-WNBA point guard, and despite a rocky start, the Fever are now the team no one wants to face in the playoffs, due to Rookie of the Year Caitlin Clark. It is distressing to witness such bad sportsmanship from Seattle. Okay, let's break this down. The Seattle coach was clearly out of line. She was blatantly uneducated and loud about it. A lot of people believe this is a racial problem, and I have to agree. Noel Quinn did not appreciate watching the white girl slam the brakes on them, and that is precisely what occurred. I believe there is a lot of it happening in this league. It's incredible how quickly things went from "she's overrated" to "have mercy, that's good." Caitlin Clark has completely destroyed basketball fans' minds. I'm watching the WNBA on Sunday, and I'm wondering how we got here. They despise that their GOAT is straight and white. I mean, I don't get it. They are irritated by the attention, but it has resulted in a lucrative TV media rights contract. They are still trying, even to this day. Hasn't she proven herself enough by now? The commentary crew speculated that the tension occurred because Sides kept her starters in the game even though the outcome was obvious, with Indiana winning comfortably for the whole of the fourth quarter. Quinn appeared to be upset with Sides' choice to stick with her starting lineup after Seattle had already substituted bench players. After the game, Sides and Quinn exchanged handshakes, signaling that the situation had been addressed. In her post-game news conference, Quinn addressed the matter, expressing her admiration for Sides and emphasizing that their chat was about sportsmanship. "I have a lot of respect for Christy," Quinn explained. "I've been in this league for quite some time. We were just engaged in a lively discussion about gamesmanship. That's all there was to it." Although Sides has not officially commented on the situation, it appears that there was only a misunderstanding, since she was spotted apologizing to the Storm's coaching staff after the game. Despite the heated moment, Sunday was a memorable day for the Fever. Caitlin Clark, a rookie, scored 23 points, assisted 9 times, and racked up 5 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell also had a spectacular game, leading the team with 27 points, while Lexi Hull chipped in with 22 points, including an incredible 6 of 7 from beyond the arc. Although the start to the game may have been rough to the Fever, in the end the Fever turned up and easily defeated the Storm. But the game will mostly be recognized for Quinn being embarrassed by her own behavior, don't you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.